This is a 1v1 on grassy flatlands, and the rules are no artillery, max 5 lights. And my opponent I'm playing against here is N4L Warheart. My user is RP King of France and Navarre. I'm playing as Prussia, and I have 5 units of Prussian Fusiliers, 2 units of Foot Guards, 1 unit of 8th Life Regiment, 4 units of Cavalry, which include 2 units of Hussars, and 2 units of Lancers. And then the rest of my army consists of around 6 units of Musketeers. And my enemy is playing as Austria. He has 5 units of Cavalry, which consist of 3 units of Cuirassiers, 1 unit of the 1st Hussars, and 1 unit of Hussars. He has 4 units of Grenzers, 6 units of Line Infantry, and, well, another unit of Line Infantry, but this is the Archduke Charles Legion. So we both have pretty balanced armies here. And as you can see, the battle is well into deployment, and I'm extending my left flank here. And so right now I send these Lancers in because I'm thinking he would send in these guys. He would send in both units of cavalry, but he didn't do that. So my Lancers get a really nice charge. They kill 20 men, first Hussars. My Lancers against his Cuirassiers get a nice charge as well. And I'm bringing up infantry support because I know my cavalry won't really survive against, especially Lancers against Cuirassiers. So right now my Musketeers will
Our men are running, sir.
present any type of firepower they can. So my original plan was to smash his left flank and pull back my left. But when I noticed that he was, committing some flanking maneuvers against my left flank, then I decided that I needed to extend my line, I needed to send more reinforcements to my left, and not attack him so fast just yet, but to secure and stabilize my left flank. And then once I stabilized it, I could make further plans. But here, as you can see here, my lines are pretty stretched out. So stretched out to the point where these Prussian Fusiliers don't have any support of neither cavalry or infantry. And so right now, I'm taking some pretty desperate measures to, take out this unit of German Fusiliers, and to try to really counter his flanking maneuver until the rest of my forces can be brought up here. And these Cuirassiers come back on the battlefield after being thrown down to 22 men, and after a volley, as you can see there, that volley takes out 10 men. My guys from square, and his Cuirassiers immediately break. Okay, so right now, I realize my Musketeers are in a pretty bad position, so I'm gonna charge against. And he forms square. Now, forming square against infantry charges are very good. He's actually gonna win this if I did charge. I mean, even if I had 120 men, even if I had 120 men, I would still lose that melee engagement. So eventually, I kind of retreat after he does that. And then I form square. And this unit will eventually go out. And as you can see, he begins to realize, well, yeah, his right flank and my left flank, just this entire area, is right now the engagement. And right now it's pretty much stalemate between his center and this area over here. But a lot of action is going on right now. So he's going to send 2 units of cavalry to the point of engagement, and these are heavy cavalry, 2 Cuirassiers. So my infantry is actually going to get a really nice charge on these German Fusiliers, and one of my light infantry units, as you can see, they were unsupported completely, and they went out of the battlefield.
Our men are running, sir.
So right now I'm just trying to shift some infantry and cavalry towards the left flank. Now one unit of light hussars I see is light infantry are kind of unsupported, so I'm going to throw one unit of my cavalry against them. And that also is going to allow me to bring up my musketeers and light infantry to fire, to get some pretty, well, free volleys. And as you can see, my left flank was previously being battered. A lot of these units here just went out the window. So I'm going to start reinforcing this area and beating his troops so I can push them back. Alright, so my army right now is actually separated. Kind of, his Hungarian hussars, they're gonna make a stop. I don't think that was his intention, but it's an advantage definitely to me. And so my guys are gonna make a stop here, fire 2 volleys against these Hungarian hussars, and they're gonna go out. So as you can see, he slightly outflanks me here. And so I'm going to bend these guys a little bit back. And my light hussars actually routed. Now they route 2 units of Grenzers. So that was very, very nice. So right now, you know, my army is kind of separated, his army is kind of separated. So I decided to take the offensive and basically take a gamble in order to save my entire army and win the battle. So as you can see, my left flank is being pretty battered. It's not going too well for them. But I'm bringing yet more reinforcements against his right flank, which happens to be winning. And so my left flank here is, I'm going to pull these guys back. I'm going to try to even the playing field right now. Now his cavalry runs in to some pretty bad volleys. So right now what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to defend against, with inferior numbers, I'm trying to defend against his left flank, and I'm trying to focus more of a superiority on his right flank. Now, something happened here that was just extremely lucky for me. 2 units of his cuirassiers charged at my squares. And he pulled back, obviously, but that initial charge definitely cost him a lot of casualties, especially the volleys going out right now from these squares. And one of my light hussar units, as you saw previously, routed 2 units of Grenzers. Then they hit the flank of another 1 or 2 units of Austrian line infantry, and my light hussars, basically with 20 men, did a lot. I mean, obviously my infantry was in support, but my light hussars did a lot in terms of hitting his infantry squares, hitting his infantry that didn't form squares.
Our general is under attack.